Alright guys, I wanted to do the Destin trip real quick, what we did there and all that. I'll show you guys some stuff here. Let's see. I'm gonna do that real quick. Alright, so when we went to Destin on that Friday, let's see. It's a really beautiful place down there on that, we were right near Okaloosa Island, and first day we just checked in. It was a really nice hotel room, really high though. It had a nice kitchen and all that. But anyway, not much happened that night, except for being in an awesome hotel room. The Saturday morning, we went out to what they called the island, and that's where we caught some hermit crabs all along there, and I have them in here. Let's see. Hey, Toothless buddy. Who's my boy? Yeah. And let's see. Didn't really do much that day other than go to the island and head back up to the room. I was mostly sick for the few days though. I ended up getting really sick, and it was more like a cold, really. But anyway, we also checked out the pool. They had a really nice pool and all that, and a nice view of the Destin Bridge and the water. Got to see some dolphins and pelicans flying all around. And also that Saturday, we were there for a week. That Saturday, that's where I got the pelican video. And now I did not get the initial video of where the fisherman threw a huge chunk of fish into the water and they all went ballistic. I did not get that on video, but I did get the rest. I almost got the one male almost bit me twice, and then almost bit another guy that was trying to pass it. That guy got a huge amberjack. They had some red snapper, and he said that their amberjack was actually eaten by a shark, and that's how he got it. They had a whole thing there, a case that showed like the different stuff that people catch. One person got a big seahorse in their nets, red snapper, grouper. Apparently there's been a few mako sharks caught along there too. One where it had jumped out of the water. And also, we caught 2 assassin snails, or I forgot the name, Melangina calina is what they're called. And I still got those 2. Let's see. Let me think for a second. That Sunday, I think we just stuck around that Sunday. Anyway, during the week, we also went to Fudpuckers one time. We went during the night, so I wasn't able to get a really good video, and I wasn't able to upload it because for some reason my thing didn't save it. It really sucks. I want to show y'all because they had really nice showcases. Fudpuckers is a restaurant down in Destin Beach where they show live alligators, and they had a whole pond there with a bunch of alligators. None over 4 feet, which goes with their Class B reptile license. Nothing over 4 feet. They had an albino alligator there named Pearl, and a melanistic where the patterns are backwards. And Pearl was beautiful. I always like looking at albinos. I've only seen 2 in person, Tallulah and Pearl. They also had a huge jaw, which looked like it come from either a Champsosaurus or maybe a juvenile Sarcosuchus. He said it was from Florida, so I can only assume that was something like Champsosaurus. They had a bunch of really nice displays, like Mexican crocodile and alligator gar and largemouth bass, those kinds of exhibits, alligator snapper turtle. And then they also had a showcase where they had a megalodon jaw replica, which is really cool. And there's also that one video I shot when we were leaving, but they were not going to open for another hour, so we couldn't stick around. My mom wanted to leave real bad. We also were there when we also left. We also caught a few cute sea cucumbers, and I sold them. They were just normal Florida sea cucumbers. They washed up on the shore and they were still alive, so I kept them. They were pretty cool, squishy, and kind of a black color with a little bit of white specks on them. They were pretty cool. We also went to this place called Blue Water Zoo and Aquarium Supply. Sorry, I'm getting a little tired. They had some really nice stuff there. Not a lot of exotics though. They had a beautiful, not Emerald Swift. It was a. Can't believe I forgot the name. It's one of my favorite lizards. But anyway, the green ones in the video. Dadgum, I hate that I can't remember the name because I always remember the names. Crap. They had a spiny tail iguana. They had nice beardies there. I would have gotten one, but I didn't have the money. I want to get a big beardy. I really want to get a big lizard one day, something like that, or a caiman. I used to have an alligator until I found out it was illegal, and I got rid of it back to the pet shop where I bought it from, and I don't care what they did with it as long as they didn't. Because I was looking it up and I found out the penalties, I might never be able to work with crocodilians again in Alabama. So I just thought it was too big of a risk. I didn't want to get in serious trouble for it. So it sucks. I missed the guy. I named him Graham after that one crocodile that Steve Irwin caught. I'd like to get a caiman though one day, probably, because I love the feel of crocodilians. I love the feel of the little alligator that I had. I only paid $50. I'm getting way off track and tired. Let's see. We also saw, one of the most significant things I saw there though was a freshwater pipefish, and that was pretty cool. That was a very pretty, it had basically the same colors as an Asian needle-nosed gar, which is why I thought it was at first, until I saw the tail kind of twirling around, kind of like a seahorse. It was sticking to the seagrass that was in there, and it was really cool. Trying to think what else we did. Other than go to a few beaches, I went to one beach and I found a baby eel that had died. It was white, but I could still tell it was an elongated body with a little head, only about that big, maybe an inch. Wish could have found it alive, but it wasn't. Let us see. We mainly just stuck in the hotel rooms too. We had a Wii there that our friends brought over. We played games and watched movies. And then we had the Bean Boozled challenge, which was so fun. I know a lot of people liked it. I think the funniest person that got it was either Miss Renee, because she hated the baby wipes, or David. Or David's sister. David's sister, she got skunk spray. I remember it was pretty funny. And then he got something, and I knew it was bad because he went out there. And I assumed it was skunk spray. I think it was black licorice is what he got. Man, I don't blame him. The black licorice is way worse. I'd rather have skunk spray than black licorice. I got a bunch. I got mostly bad ones, but they weren't very bad. They weren't too bad. Let's see. We also did the Guess That Song challenge, and now I see why there's not a lot of those videos on the internet, because I got a copyright claim for Back When or something like that, one of the songs I was playing, which is why it's now a private video. Can't be showed in the United States, I believe. But I got a copyright claim on that. It really sucks, because that was probably the most fun out of the two other ones that we had, because we were singing along to Chicken Fried and one other song. I forgot though. It was really fun though. And let's see, what else did we do? We couldn't go fishing because we couldn't get the licenses and all that. We went to the island once. We went to Bass Pro Shops on one of the days. We got to see all the stuff. Kind of new for me because all the Bass Pro Shops I've been to were always freshwater oriented. Like all the tanks always had alligator guards and stuff like that. And these ones, they had, I forgot what they were all called. But I know the Goliath grouper that was in there. I'm just real tired right now, y'all, so sorry if I'm not remembering everything too well. We went out to the pool just about every night. I stuck mainly in the hot tub because it was cold, and we had The wind's blowing past real hard. It was a really nice hot tub too. But the pool, it was a pretty big pool, but it only went down about 4 feet at the deepest point, so it was pretty cool compared to the wind outside. Then for like 3 days, we had real severe fog. I mean, it was thick. We couldn't see nothing. And then one day we also, the same day, well no, one day we went off to go to some thrift stores and all that, and that's where I picked up one thing, if I remember right. Yeah, that's what I forgot to tell y'all. I picked up this because it was there. The one VHS of the Lost World. Y'all probably can't see it too well. Sorry about that. But it's the one with the theater like the 3D thing on it, which I thought was cool. Got for $1. I got one more thing, which I think is over here. Let me find it real quick. Here. Oh, this is, here it is. I found it for only $3, and I bought it. I've been reading it. I got Jurassic Park for the first time, the novel, and I've been reading it. And there's a lot of. It's a really good book. I still think I prefer the movie to the book because it's just so different. And I hate that some people have died that. Like, I know Ian Malcolm succumbs to his injuries. I know that John Hammond dies, and that really sucks. I haven't completely finished it yet. I am on page 332, so I'm nearly done. But it's really nice, and a lot of different stuff, like how Alan and Ellie aren't together, how she's about to marry a doctor in the upcoming year, and he's alone. Which kind of sucks. I guess because I've gotten so fond of the movie. I think my favorite chapter though is when they review the Big Rex. That's probably my favorite, describing how the dinosaur was in its habitat. It's a lot more gruesome the deaths are in this book too. A lot more cursing and all that than I thought. But like Dennis Nedry, he's blinded, and it's like they describe how he dies, like has his stomach slashed open, the Dilophosaur bites his head off and raises him off the ground. So these must be full-grown Dilophosaurs you're talking about. This like the 20-foot ones rather than the around 6-foot that we saw in Jurassic Park. And like how Ed Regis dies, the park like tour guide, like he gets played with by the baby Rex, and all of a sudden he gets his head ripped off. And who else died? I can't remember. Anyway, it's a really good book. I'm going to finish it and have my review on it. I'm still looking for the Lost World Jurassic Park. Gotta find it somewhere. Let's see. Anyway, can't really think of anything else we really did. That's about all. Spent a little bit of time at the beach, caught some stuff. Spent most of the time at the hotel, swam in the pool and all that, and played games. And then I was, of course, not feeling too well for a while, so like when we were doing the Bean Boozled challenge, I was out of it, man. I was freezing. My stomach and head was killing me. I ended up taking naps almost the whole time I was there. It really sucked for a while. I can't really think of anything else to say, really. I know we did pass a Wild Willie's Dino Adventure. We didn't go in there, though, or anything like that. But I've heard about it. But yeah, I got a few other things I'm going to talk about and all that. I just thought I'd get this out of the way and all that, guys. Oh, I almost forgot, guys. That Friday, when we were coming home, my granddad sent us a picture in the morning. He got a boat for his retirement, you know. He's getting all the stuff with it and all that at Boyd's Marine here in Dothan. And he goes in there and he sees a guy that he thinks looks like Mountain Man. He asks the manager. The manager tells him that is Mountain Man. And then he sent us a picture of him standing there with Mountain Man. And I just knew we had to go because they say we're having a fish fry that night. And they had some good fish there too, man. We ate the fish. It tastes like chicken more than fish, and some good coleslaw. But anyway, I told my mom, we have got to get home and get this stuff out. We went home, we unpacked in less than 15 minutes. And we were out of there. I begged my mom to come because it was like the once in a lifetime kind of thing. Because, you know, that's kind of our celebrities. I don't have, like, celebrities I want to meet. Maybe some of the 80s musicians like John Parr or Starship, maybe. Phil Collins, most definitely. Maybe Christian music like Michael W. Smith. Michael W. Smith, Place in the World is my favorite song. I also like Newsboys. We got to meet them in concert, and we also met Fee. I have drumsticks signed by them. And I was the only one to get that signed. And I remember, what's his name? I don't really listen to Fee, so I don't know the members and all that. I don't listen to a whole bunch of music. What I do listen to is mainly my favorite Christian songs and 80s. And a few 70s and like I only know like one 60s song that I like. That Herman Hermit song. Anyway, where was I? Darn. But yeah, I want to go see I know they usually come through sometimes, the Duckmen here in Alabama. So I want to go meet them. I want to get this one thing I'll show you on a second sign. But anyway, we went on our way there. Oh, I forgot one thing, y'all. I forgot to show y'all. Is this the one sign by feet or just her? No, it's not sign by her. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me see here. Alright. This is one more thing I got at Fud Puckers. Sorry. And it's this. I got an alligator for $7. Yeah. Y'all probably saw the video of when I pranked our pastor with it, because he's afraid of reptiles and all that. And I got this with him. I kind of like the way it's pointed, though. Kind of looks like a drunk guy. One more, please. Anyway, put that down here. We got there, and I'm looking around. It's a marina. There's a whole bunch of people there for boats and stuff like that. And I'm looking around, and finally, across the aisle, I see Mountain Man. I get the girls and go over there, and I get my video camera, and he's kind of confused at the beginning. He kind of doesn't know where to look. And then I explain to him what my videos are, like animals, outdoors, and then God, which he agreed with on the spot there. And I got this signed. Well, this is the one my grandparents gave me in case I couldn't go. It says to Taylor, go fishing, Mountain Man 2016. That's what I got. And I got one more thing over here. I'll show y'all in just a minute. We were just talking, and he was saying how he went fishing with someone famous. I forgot their name though. Jimmy Houston, I think is who he was. I went fishing with Jimmy Houston, and it was funny because he talks exactly like he does in the series. I'm trying to get it so where y'all can hear me. Anyway, he does that all the time. Kind of quiet and kind of a slow talker, but he talks like that really in real life. I was kind of shocked. I kind of shocked my granddad. He's kind of a slow dude. That not exactly a bad thing, but I mean he's a slow guy. He very slow and steady. And then we hang around for a minute. Checked out my granddad boat that he's getting, and then we went in to get something to eat. And then Mountain Man and this bass fishing guy, I don't really know his name, but I know that he was like a pro fisherman. And then the owner of the marina came in, and then they were talking, and he gave him, I gotta find his name, but he gave them his championship jersey or suit from his first ever, which was pretty cool. And then Mountain Man prayed for our feast, which I got that on video too. You can see all that. And he sat at the table right next to us. And then he just, while we were eating, my mom left early because she was feeling sick. She got in her car, and I stayed with my sister and my grandparents. And he got up, didn't really say much. He just threw away his food and he left. I think he was there the next day too. Not sure really. But he said he was going to Arkansas. It would have been this week that he went to Arkansas. Was it Arkansas? It was Arkansas. And yeah, while he was sitting there though, the salesperson gave my granddad and my grandma hats, the Power Pole Swallow, or Shallow, Water, Anchor, Swift, Silent, Secure. And my grandma asked me to have him sign these 2 hats. She got one and I got one. And I got him to sign the hat. So if the Duckmen ever come, I'm going to have them all sign this hat. So they're all on here and I'll have them sign one of my Duck Dynasty hats. So what's going to end up happening, y'all. So, anyway, that's everything. That was how we met Mountain Man. I can't wait to see if the Duckmen can come back to Dothan again. If they do, I'm going. And I'm getting it on video. So, anyway, I forgot to say welcome to Jurassic Room again. I got one more video I think I'm going to do. And it's on something I've been thinking about for a long time would be cool. But, anyway, hope you guys enjoy this video. I know it's a pretty long video. Hope y'all, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for stuff in the future. Let's see. I try to keep these videos on an even number, so thanks guys for watching.